Welcome to the vibrant and amazing Victoria Pride Parade. CHEK is proud to bring you this broadcast from the spectacular Fairmont Empress. And now, get ready for an unforgettable celebration with your dazzling hosts, Scott V., Tess Van Stratton, and Eddie Licious.
Hello and happy Pride. We are here on a beautiful day in Greater Victoria to celebrate the Victoria Pride Parade, an amazing parade ahead of us this year. I'm here with my fabulous co-host Scott Fee, CHEK News anchor Scott Fee, and drag king Eddie Licious, and we have lots of fun planned for today.
Yes, and before we get going, we're going to go over to official welcoming now to Brianna Bear from the Songhees Nation.
One trash. Squaichu Victoria, Asium Siayat Nishtalacha, my honorable friends, Asium Siayat Nishtalacha, my honorable people, Haichka Ganas Ana Klaicho, Lakongantanga. Thank you for being here on the Places Mokain lands of the Songhees and Cope Sampson people. This is me, Brianna, and welcome to Pride. Haichka, welcome to these lands.
Thank you so much, Brianna. Now, Eddie Licious is a Two-Spirit Métis drag king performer. You performed all over the place, and you also have a special land acknowledgement for us today.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Before we get into our broadcast today, I would like to thank Brianna Bear for that beautiful welcome, and I'd like to respectfully acknowledge that this broadcast and event takes place on the ancestral unceded lands of the Lekwungen-speaking peoples, now known as the Cossepsum and Esquimalt and Songhees Nations, and we extend our gratitude to the Songhees, Esquimalt, and Wasanic First Nations, whose historical relationships with the land continue to this day. Thank you for welcoming us and for starting this day in a good way.
Thank you so much, Eddie. We're going to learn a little bit about Eddie in a moment. I do want to acknowledge Tess Van Stratton. This is your 5th time hosting Pride for CHEK, which is incredible. We're 5 years into this. So just thank you for the dedication and time and volunteer work you put into that, and for being an ally. We greatly appreciate it.
And Scott, you were the reason we started doing that, actually, when you became news director. You started having us broadcast the Pride Parade and hosting it, which is fantastic, because love is love and inclusion is important.
It's my first Pride Parade that I've ever been able to be a part of the broadcast, so I'm really excited. Eddie, I think this is your first broadcast experience, certainly with CHEK. Just talk a little bit about being a performance artist, what it's been like over the last more than a decade now in this city in particular. Just as introduce us a little bit to what it means to you as a performance artist.
Sure. I mean, I started attending Pride in Victoria in 2004, and back then it was quite a small, humble celebration. We gathered at Fisherman's Wharf, and it has expanded and grown and become more vibrant and beautiful over the years. And I've been lucky enough to be a drag performer for basically that entire time. So and through my 20-year career, I've kind of seen this wonderful community grow from a performer's lens, which is super cool. Queer people are inherently creative. We are always trying to create the reality we want to see in the world, and that is so apparent when you watch these Pride celebrations. It's just such an inspiring day. Today, we're, 2025, we are at McDonald Park. We have expanded to the point where we need to take over a whole field. We're not just at that little thing. So it really gives me a sense of community. It really makes me proud to be part of such a resilient demographic of people.
What draws you to the art form?
Oh, I mean, I've always enjoyed playing with gender expression and theatrical things. I wanted to be an actor when I was younger. But as a Two-Spirit person, I found that drag was really something that became part of my gender expression, and something that just made me feel really euphoric and really like I was just putting forth my most honest self. So through the years, it's kind of really just become part of how I feel good in myself and how I interact with the world. So we've got, Eddie Licious does femme and mask drag, but it's all, helps me kind of grow and become a better person, I would say.
Well, you look fantastic. Thank you so much for showing up the way you have today.
Do you feel underdressed?
I do. Yes, I do. As soon as I saw Eddie walk up, I was like, oh my God.
You both look amazing, and there's going to be plenty of sparkle out there.
There will be.
Yeah.
Well, we're very excited to be at our new location here at the Victoria Fairmont Empress Hotel. Fabulous spot. We could not have asked for nicer weather. And I understand we might have some drinks coming, because who doesn't want a cocktail?
Well, it depends on what time that people are watching this at. I guess it seems like a reasonable time.
Yes. So we do have those cocktails coming, and I think there's some special Pride snacks and treats as well. But we wanted to talk a little bit about the meaning behind Pride, because Pride is a celebration, but the Pride Parade historically has also always been a protest. And with the current state of the world and what's going on in so many countries, including this country, and a lot of backlash, it's more important than ever. So, Eddie, can you talk a little bit about that as our drinks start to roll in from the Fairmont?
Yes, and we are just starting to see the very first people in the Pride Parade. So just as a really quick Cole's notes, I mean, Pride started in the 60s with the Stonewall riots. So there were other protest groups that gathered for queer rights, but Stonewall was kind of the big event that started it all. So it was begun by Black and trans sex workers who actually rose up against the police and decided to create a movement to push back against the very, very harsh enforcement of gender norms and oppression of, gender diverse and otherwise queer folks.
And I think when you've seen a lot of the changes happen too, because I see it certainly on social media and some of the comments we get in the newsroom from viewers or the emails and people trying to get their head around Pride sometimes, that forgetting it did come out of protest, and it always has been a protest. So as Pride adjusts and evolves, it's based on that, and it comes from that. It's not simply a parade.
Absolutely. Today is a celebration, of course, on the forefront. We are having fun. We are showing off our most authentic selves in the way we want to show up today. But behind that is the deeper meaning of us showing ourselves to be visible as a very vibrant, beautiful queer community we are, showing that we will not be silenced and that we are here and that love is love. Pride is about the love. And it's,
and we are getting the love today here at the Fairmont Empress Hotel, because look at our fancy Pride cocktails that are coming in right now.
Oh, thank you very much.
Look delicious, with a little rainbow treat on them as well. So what kind of cocktails are these?
This is the Unity Blossom. It's got some Violetta. It's got elderflower gin. It's one of our beautiful cocktails that our talented bartenders have created for Pride Month.
All right, so since you're not mic'd, it's a Unity Blossom, and it has some of the elderflower gin in it, and it's one of the very creative cocktails they've created for Pride Month.
Have you been to the Q Lounge upstairs?
I have.
Oh
I love that
gosh,
place.
it is so nice. It's so incredible.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
We have some macaroons,
Oh, wow.
rainbow macaroons as well. I think we should do every single parade at the Empress Hotel, because look at these rainbow macaroons.
Wow. These match my outfit.
What is happening now?
Oh,
we
and
got
there's
cake.
There's cake. There's
Oh,
rainbow
my
cake.
gosh.
So a huge shout out to Lisa McPhail for hosting us today and
Thank you, Lisa.
treating us with 5-star service today as well.
I'm putting that
Look how
sorted there.
beautiful
We'll
that is.
organize as
I'm
we
just
go
going to
here.
hold this up for the camera to see how beautiful, with little flower petals, some edible flowers, rainbow cakes. Here, I'll
Gorgeous.
give you your cake.
Thank you very much.
And it looks like there's a little
Oh, thank you very much.
Kool-Aid here.
Oh, and we've got cutlery coming.
And the Empress, actually, they have their own honey here at the Empress. They
I'm
have bees.
passing
They
that
make
down
their
to
own
you,
honey
Eddie.
that they use in their desserts. And they also have their executive pastry chef makes incredible chocolate as well that they use in all of their desserts. So the Empress has its own chocolate you can now get as well. My goodness, I can't even see my parade
All right,
binder.
I think that's it for us. I think we're done.
good.
Thank you so
Well,
much for
cheers.
watching.
Yes.
We've got to get back to... No.
Oh, here we go. There's Marcus up in our Eye in the Sky. Big shout out to Totem Towing and Sunbelt Rentals for sponsoring the Eye in the Sky camera. They've done every parade with us so far this year. They did the parades with us last year as well, and it really helps to get that view. And it's good to see Marcus has an umbrella, because the sun is shining and it's going to be very sunny. But I hear some revving happening.
The parade is underway. Cheers, first of
Cheers.
all.
Cheers.
everybody.
Cheers. As we
Cheers.
kick off the parade.
Nice
Cheers.
meeting you, Eddie. Thank you so much for being a part
Thank
of this.
you.
To all our crew as well, thank you. As we get underway
delicious.
here for the 2025 Victoria Day Parade.
Wow.
Pride Parade.
Here we come. Always starting with the bikes. Honking with the crowd lined up here along the Victoria Inner Harbor. Absolutely gorgeous day in Victoria.
What a day. You called it. You
You're
said
welcome.
it was going to be. You said it was going to be perfect temperature. That it
Yeah.
wasn't going to be too hot, because there have been some scorchers for
There
sure.
have.
for
We've had
Pride.
some really hot days, which not great for the people participating in the parade. This year we have over 120 entries in the parade, and they'll be marching all the way to James Bay, strutting and sauntering and sashaying and having lots of fun, rolling, and lots of different ways people are taking part in the parade today.
Love that we're keeping up with tradition and starting with the bikes. There's a reason the L comes first in the LGBT acronym, folks. The lesbians were a very, very, very supportive and core core aspect to the gay rights movement, and especially during the HIV epidemic.
Yes. Yeah.
A great
respect
start.
to them.
A terrific start on a beautiful day. Tens of thousands of people down here so far. We will see the majority of the crowd probably a little bit closer to the Johnson Street Bridge as they move through the parade route along Wharf Street and then here on Government in front of the Empress before wrapping the corner in front of the legislature and making its way into James Bay, where the final stages and the big festivities will take place at McDonald Park.
What's your favorite part of Pride, Eddie?
Just the celebratory vibe of it all. I get to see all of my queer little people in my phone that I never get to see all year round in one place. It's fantastic. And everybody looks so amazing, so sparkly. I get to dress like this all year round, but I truly want this for all of us. So Pride 24/7, let's go.
And it is for everybody.
Absolutely.
It is. We're seeing lots of families out here. There's lots of kids. There's people of all ages, from little kids to seniors. I met a CHEK viewer before the parade started, and she had a dog. She had dogs all over her hat.
You definitely see the dogs with the bandanas.
Dogs, and then the dog bag, where prints of dogs all over her bag, and her proudly wearing her Canadian flag as well.
Eddie, have you noticed major changes over the years? You were talking about like the grassroots of it when it first began. For you, when you first started going in 2004, and it was more humble, I guess. There wasn't as many people. Even as it's grown, have you noticed differences in Pride as it's changed? Like every year is a little bit different for different meanings, different messages?
I mean, it's grown exponentially in all ways that you can possibly imagine. Everything is bigger, brighter, more. I mean, as a society, we're kind of doing that too. So it mirrors that a little bit. Drag makeup is more extreme, more on point. You're going to see some fabulous queens today. I can't wait. And as far as the general attitude goes, at the core, it's always been, oh, here comes this
I think that's, we have the song
He's Nation
coming through.
Nation, that beautiful two-spirit
in the canoe,
flag.
and the Esquimalt Nation as well coming through. Historically, in the last few years, they've always started the parade as well. Look at those colorful costumes. I think this by far is the most colorful parade in Greater Victoria and the most colorful parade on Vancouver Island.
Oh yeah, it's gotten bigger and louder over the years. Like I was saying earlier, always with the core message of love is love and we belong here. Yes, Songhees Nation, we have always been here.
Yeah, we have several Indigenous groups taking part today as well.
With Greater Vancouver Native Cultural Society and the Victoria Native Friendship Center, also a part of the first groups coming through now.
And they're going right by our broadcast station here at the Fairmont Empress.
A lot of effort into decorating the vehicles.
Gorgeously painted canoe. They all look so
Lots
good.
of bubbles as well. Flags and bubbles. A very, very festive atmosphere.
Yes, and of course we heard from Brianna Bear earlier from the Songhees Nation, Kwakiwakwa also. She is an incredible artist in town. She mixes traditional knowledge into modern action, so definitely check her out. Wonderful knowledge keeper, community member, and artist.
Eddie, I don't want to put you on the spot, but are you able to talk about the two-spirited flag at all? Because I do think for some people it's new, even though it's been around, but I think we're seeing it's more visible than it was, I think, in the past. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, yes, for sure. It's certainly being a symbol that's being used a lot more openly and frequently to distinguish Two-Spirit individuals from other queer groups, because the identity of Two-Spirit is quite a different, there's a different take on it. It's difficult to explain succinctly on a live broadcast right now, but it is it's great to see it coming up a lot more to show that First Nations, Indigenous people, Métis people can express our identities in a way that makes sense for us culturally. Now, Two-Spirit is a pan-Indigenous term coined in the 80s. Each different nation has very different meanings of what that other gender identity pre-colonial society means to them. If you're interested, there's lots of interesting information you can check out when you connect with some of these wonderful knowledge centers that we're seeing, all these community centers here.
So we just had the Victoria Native Friendship Center go by, some nice drumming here, and then the Kwam Coastal Connections as well. It's a grassroots Indigenous-led outreach program developed in partnership with Peers Victoria Resource Society, offering harm reduction, cultural, and outreach support to Indigenous people who are unhoused or precariously housed.
And Eddie, you're saying there are a lot of resources out there. There are a lot of opportunities for people to learn, to read, to grow. I know, I'm in my 50s now, and I find that almost every Pride and Pride is all year round for me, but it's still an opportunity to learn and to appreciate and to educate myself, to see what changes are evolving or what's always been there and that I didn't know before.
Absolutely. It's so interesting once you start exploring, and it's really great on a day like this to really meet face-to-face with some of those community members that are doing the work to educate us all year round. Victoria Native Friendship Center is a great local resource. We do events there all year round. I'm actually going to be at a Métis Pride potluck there on July 16th, so I'm really excited for that. Oh yeah, we out here all year.
Yeah, I've heard you say Victoria is the most queer-friendly city in all of Canada.
That, yes, I can.
Is that your
I
experience?
believe statistically that is, thought to be true, and as my experience so far, I agree with that.
And we don't have necessarily the largest population of communities, but is it just we're more friendly and more accepting?
Per capita it has one of the largest gender diverse populations, so even though we're a small community, the percentage of queer, trans, gender diverse folks is much larger than other cities. I know quite a few people who have actually moved here from other provinces even, I won't name any, to seek,
a place they
easier,
feel welcome,
more peaceful life.
and can just live their life.
Exactly. It's not just for the beach and the sand. We're pretty chill out here in a lot of ways.
Okay, P-Flag Canada is going by right now. Love those rainbow umbrellas. I need to get a rainbow umbrella, and of course a pooch. Lots of pups in this parade, and I love how they're all dressed up, and the weather's perfect for the dogs walking through as well. But yes,
I was just going to talk about P-Flag Canada is a national charitable organization. It was founded by parents and is dedicated to supporting, educating, and advocating for 2S LGBTQ plus people and all of those who love them.
I love them so much. I cry every year when they go by. Don't put me on camera right now. Hi, Mom. I love you. Honey Doomy. There's Honey Doomy, folks. Famous local drag queen. Sorry, I just had to get that in.
Awesome. I also just wanted to mention we had the Wasanich School Board as well as the Métis Nation of Greater Victoria taking part today as well.
There is a strong drag community in Victoria.
Huge.
Was it always this big and it was quieter, or has it really come on? Because I feel like in the last 5 years, it has grown.
Yes, there's always been drag. Since I've started in 2005, there was a drag scene. It was, again, much smaller, much more underground. We're not performing in basements only anymore. We're all over the place. There's Honey Doomy on that float with her beach ball top.
Happy Pride. And yes, there's also a group, My First Pride, taking part again this year. So this is the third year for the group sponsored by Victoria Pride for people who want to take part the first time. And I'm sure, especially if you haven't been public about it, that might be a big milestone for people taking part.
It is. You know what? It's fantastic for everybody. My partner came out later in life, actually. Hi, Karen. Love you. And she participated last year. So it's great to make people feel welcome.
This is the chair in transgender studies from the University of Greater Victoria.
The chair in transgender studies at the University of Victoria, the first and only chair in transgender studies in the world.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
They envision a world where trans plus and all gender diverse people can thrive free from the limitations of gender and intersecting oppressions.
Oh, look at that car. Great decoration with the flag on the front. And we're seeing lots of umbrellas today for the sun.
You've got to get yourself one of those umbrellas.
I know. I do
there
use
are a lot
umbrellas
of really
for the
good
sun.
umbrella stores here.
I know. I need to find myself a colorful rainbow umbrella. They're fantastic. Lots of fun, very festive atmosphere here down at the Victoria Inner Harbor for the 2025 Victoria Pride Parade. Lots of diverse groups taking part in the parade today. Lots of community groups, lots of nonprofits, lots of churches taking part in the parade today as well, which is important to see, and important to see that support, because the community really has been under fire the last few years. The tone certainly has changed, especially since Trump has become president. There has been a definite turn. And from the first time he became president, you have really seen more backlash, more discrimination.
It feels like we're going backwards in time sometimes, and that just proves to us all why we still need these beautiful celebrations and protests.
I'm going to mention TransFest here. TransFest is a free festival with a variety stage show to celebrate trans plus life and community in the Lower Islands region. 2025 is their inaugural event, and it will take place on Saturday, August 16th.
We just also saw the Trans Victorian banner.
Oh,
They're
yes.
actually an online community of transgender adults 18 and up living in and around Victoria and Vancouver Island. They are a super cool group of people. Their purpose is to connect trans folks to each other by providing an online space to facilitate meetups, events, and discussion. So they're on Discord. You can find them at transvictorianforum.net. And I actually met one of their members at a local mingler at the Vicious Poodle recently. She was super cool, and I really liked what she said about having a space for trans folks to meet up and just do cool, normal things. We don't always have to talk about our trauma. We don't always have to figure out how to rise up. We can just kind of go to the beach, you know?
It's always good to go to the beach.
Things are allowed to be light.
We just saw the Primetimers of Victoria go by. They're a social organization for senior, gay, and bi men. And we also have the Left Coast Drag Collective.
Hey, there's my friends, LCDC. Look at them. There I see the new metal cowboy there. Who do we have? Oh, a bunch of cuties. These are the drag performers of Victoria, folks. The Left Coast Drag Collective. Local drag artists on unceded Lekwungen lands. They work to create community through drag and welcome everyone, whether you're just starting your journey or are a veteran like me of the scene.
Would
So,
you
yes.
have ever thought you've seen a day with this many drag performers marching down Government Street in front of the Empress?
Truly didn't even know that this would be more than a hobby for me ever. So no, I gotta say I'm completely overjoyed right now.
And it's
I'm
actually
living.
now your full-time job. You used
that's
to be
the
a vet
stiletto.
tech,
Yes.
so you're a huge animal lover like me and
Yeah.
Scott. But you're now full-time
I
performing
am
as a drag
currently.
king.
Yep, trying to make it work. So hey, book me, folks. Eddie Licious on Instagram. Hit me up.
Which is really incredible. It says a lot about your talent to be able to make it full-time in this country doing what you do.
Oh,
so
thank you.
congratulations on that.
I'd be working. Thank you so much. Oh, there's Tragic Mike. We've got the Call Us Men boys doing their choreographed dance with their beautiful gymnastics ribbons. We've got Fierce Brosnan there behind Tragic Mike.
Fierce
We've got
Brosnan.
Batcha. Oh, yes. Ricky E. Ratmansky there in the back twirling like a cutie.
I love the names.
Oh, my goodness.
The names
yeah.
are the best.
The names are half the fun of doing drag, I tell you. I've met some really good ones.
And the Queen City Sisterhood.
Order of the Moist Brawley, we love them. The Sisterhood started out as an order of queer nuns dedicated to spreading universal joy, expiating stigmatic guilt, and assisting raising funds for the 2S LGBTQIA+ community. They do a lot of great work. Mina Mercury is Mary Poppins with husband Ollie as a chimney sweep. I love it. Cuties. Speaking of good names. Ooh, Dino Lab.
Oh, Dino Lab,
yes.
thrilled to bring the prehistoric to Pride.
Tweaking Triceratops.
Dino Lab Incorporated has a breakout of dancing dinosaurs from their Natural History Museum, so watch out for, a little bit of twerking from the Triceratops.
Absolutely. After the parade, you can come on down and meet some real dinosaurs at Dino Lab Inc. And dinosaurs don't discriminate, okay?
So strut and stomp like a Rex and leave discrimination in the past.
Stay gay, ass. Sorry, I just had to get that in.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
How challenging is it coming up with a drag name?
Oh,
Like, how do you have to meditate on that? Is it a process?
everybody comes by it in a different way. Some people do. Comes to them,
Like
just
instantly?
like an epiphany. Some people are given their names by drag families,
Oh,
drag
interesting.
parents. I didn't grow up with a drag family. I started kind of in a small town, so I didn't have that.
So this is David
Oh.
Hardwick, also known as Legend Rita one more time, who has been celebrating his pride since 1958. And in the 80s, David actually raised more than $675,000 for AIDS and cancer research. He's been driven by Robin Priest in his 1965 Chevy Corvair convertible.
Absolutely incredible. $675,000.
Isn't
Thank
that
you, David.
amazing?
Yes. That's a lot back then, too.
Yes, yeah, it's a lot now, but
It's a
back
lot
then
now,
that would
yeah.
have been in the millions.
Yeah, that's wild. Amazing.
Do people change their drag names later?
Rarely.
Rarely, so it's the way you go. It's
Well,
the
Tragic
journey.
Mike used to be Matt Finish, and I was just like, dude, those are both incredible names. So some people do change. I've had mine since 2007, I want to say. I'm
Okay.
aging myself now, but,
How did you pick it?
well, the Black Eyed Peas were popular when I started
Ah.
drag. My name was already Eddie, and then I just added the Licious to it. Oh, AVI, we love AVI.
ABI Health and Community Services have been one of the mainstays of the 2S LGBTQI community of Victoria and Vancouver Island, being the first response to the HIV/AIDS crisis of the 80s and 90s, evolving into one of the lead responses to the current drug poisoning crisis, as well as mental health and substance use crisis response. They'll
More
be
than
turning 40
That's
next year.
amazing. 40 years of harm reduction, living and loving.
Incredible work.
And we have the Fruit Loops up next, a group of queer, trans, and allied players in the South Island Women's Slow Pitch League, created to build community, have fun, and resist transphobia in organized softball. The group has expanded into 2 teams, and they play every Friday at Hyacinth and Central Parks.
They are truly in a league of their own. A bunch of cuties.
You've been waiting for that. You've been waiting to say that.
Maybe. Maybe.
Happy Pride. Oh, these are the Eves of Destruction.
They need no introduction,
Roller derby.
basically.
I think we all know the Eves of Destruction at this point. And yes, I actually saw a bumper sticker on my way here from a roller derby person, and it said, "Give blood, play roller derby."
Yes. Too true, too true. Fair warning. Yes, we are in the sports section of our broadcast here, folks. This is awesome.
And for those who don't know Eves of Destruction, have been around since 2006. Roller Derby League has been focusing on providing a competitive athletic space for youth, women, trans, and gender expansive skaters. Their volunteer and skater-run league focuses on community and inclusion.
And they actually have a Rotten Apples junior youth team and a globally ranked charter travel team. So there's space for everyone on the Eves of Destruction.
Saanich School District, SD63, one of their mottos in Saanich
is opportunities for every child to shine.
They are proud to be here representing our community and shining with all of you.
And we have several school districts taking part today to show that inclusion, to show that queer children are welcome in their schools and that everyone should be treated the same.
So important. I really wish I had a group like this when I was in school, let me tell you.
Yeah, what was that like?
Terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Don't sugarcoat it.
I mean, I'm in my late 30s, okay? I'll just admit it. So I was just on the cusp of when being queer and was sort of being talked about as a thing that was okay. I was bullied very, very, very badly. So it's really heartening for me to see so many wonderful groups, so many adults kind of taking on mentorship roles for youth these days. It's just, yeah, it's wonderful. It's improved. And I feel like I'm not even mad about it. You know, some people are like, well, I didn't have that and I turned out fine. No, we need these groups.
You need it.
So, yeah.
Because it must be so isolating.
Absolutely,
And if there's no one you can talk to, or if you don't feel like you're safe.
And just confusing. I gained the language for, what I was and came to understand myself so much later than I might have, when I already intrinsically knew it. So good for these folks. Good for SOGI for, keeping up with these incredible resources and, helping people feel seen. Look how fun everybody's having, too.
Yeah,
it's
so
a good time.
This is the Souk School District, School District 62. Once again, proud to participate in Pride. They've got their big float out. Lots of people taking part. Souk represents more than 13,000 students and has more than 2,000 employees. The district is committed to creating that safe, inclusive, and vibrant community for all. And really, that's what Pride's about.
And these safe spaces,
and
creating the support in education. I don't mean this to be overly dramatic, but you are saving lives.
Absolutely.
You are saving lives.
It's preventive medicine, folks. It is.
Because sadly, far too many young people do commit suicide. They take their own lives.
Absolutely. And it's
they feel there's no other option.
Yep.
And no one
is
should
not
ever be at that point.
Yeah.
This is School District 61, the Greater Victoria School District. It's inclusive and lots of people taking part there. They're proud to be marching in Pride. And we also have Power to Be. It's one of our amazing local nonprofits. It creates access to nature for youth, families, and adults living with cognitive, physical, financial, and social barriers. They're out at Prospect Lake. They have an amazing property that Cedric Steele donated
Dana
to
Hutchings,
them.
former CHEK, is part of that team, leading the way there.
And so this is their accessible bus, and they've decorated it with colorful biodegradable paper flowers that were made by their participants because they wanted to be mindful, because they're a nature-based charity, of the environmental impact that parades can have. So this is their way of making sure they're environmentally friendly for the Pride Parade. And it's actually Power to Be's first time taking part in the Pride Parade.
Welcome, Power to Be.
Yay!
That's
Shout
fantastic.
out to Power to Be.
I like this fun fact they provided. Did you know that over 1,500 species of animals have been observed to display queer behavior, with many species who mate for life choosing a same-sex partner? Nature is queer, folks. It's all about diversity. That's how we evolve, right?
Yes.
There's actually an incredible film that just came out from local filmmakers called Animal Pride. I would encourage anybody who wants to learn more about queerness and nature to check that out. You can stream it online at animalpride.ca or on YouTube.
This is the Victoria Youth Empowerment Society. The world is a better place thanks to groups like this, and it's a better place when all youth are able to take part. So the Empowerment Society is a long-standing organization that provides services, outreach, advocacy, shelter, and support to more than 1,100 young people in Greater Victoria every year. And they celebrate respect and diversity and resiliency of youth by offering them a safe, welcoming, and caring team.
And speaking of safe spaces, especially for young people, Saanich Peninsula Youth Clinic, the Saanich Peninsula Youth Clinic operated by Shoreline Medical Society in Sydney, open Thursday nights from 5:30 to 7:30 for youth aged 12 to 14 seeking mental, physical, and sexual health care. It's all free and it's all confidential.
It's really amazing the number of supports we have here in Greater Victoria, and it's important to get the word out about them because lots of people may not know that these supports and services are available.
And it can be an incredibly lonely and very dark place for people as they're going through whatever their journey is. So being able to have those resources that are free and are confidential, again, life-saving.
Yes,
Absolutely.
If anyone watching is feeling alone, just know you're not alone, and there are people here to support you.
I'm talking about some of the discourse and the tensions in this current climate that we're in. And I know, politically speaking, there's all sorts of different viewpoints, and everyone has an opinion, and there's lots of comments out there. And I believe that we don't all have to agree.
No.
I don't think we all have to be even on the same page. We can have different opinions, but we can be empathetic, and we can be human towards each other and try to understand. But it's okay if we don't agree. There's people under the rainbow, for the lack of a better word, under that banner that don't all agree.
Absolutely.
And that's okay.
Absolutely. Queers historically disagree with each other. It's okay, but we still have to organize, and we still have to have empathy for one another.
And that used to be fundamental, that it's okay to not agree, right? You can respect each other and respect different opinions on things.
Absolutely.
But it's not okay to discriminate. So we did have the Quadra Village Community Center going by, and now these are the Victoria Grandmothers for Africa. They're an amazing local volunteer-run nonprofit, and they focus to support grandmothers in Africa who've been left to care for children orphaned by the AIDS pandemic. And really, it's heartbreaking what's happening right now because so many programs have been cut because of the USAID cuts. They've said that millions of people will die as a result of these cuts. So the Grandmothers for Africa actually have been rallying. They're trying to raise money. They're trying to help out to put in some of the stopgaps because they'd actually turned a corner in the AIDS fight in Africa where they thought, by 2030, it wouldn't be a crisis anymore because with the medications that people are now not getting, they were making so much progress. And
you've done great stories with them too and highlighted their work.
We've had them in Vital People a few times, so if you'd like to learn more about them, just Google CHEK News Vital People Grandmothers for Africa, and stories will come up on that. This is the Island Sexual Health Community Health Center.
It offers pro-choice and comprehensive sexual health clinics, education programs, and products, including gender-affirming apparel for people of all genders, orientations, abilities, and ages.
Next up, we have Royal Roads University, RRU Proud, coming by. And their mascot is a beautiful peacock. Because if you've ever been to the Royal Roads campus,
gorgeous
there are peacocks everywhere. I was actually shooting a movie there last year, and the crew, everyone's taking photos of the peacocks the whole time. They were sort of walking onto set constantly.
Nature's drag queens, absolutely.
Yeah. They are pretty dramatic.
They are.
They are.
Fancy, sparkly.
This is Congregation Emmanuel, which is a liberal, queer-forward, and loving Jewish community in the heart of Victoria's downtown. And people are welcome to share leadership in every area of their community life. They've been here for more than 160 years, and they will be a safe space for the queer community for 160 more years. So they're very proud to participate in Pride on this joyful day. And of course, sadly, our Jewish friends on Vancouver Island have faced a lot of discrimination in recent years. So we just want to say thank you for taking part, and we're glad you're here.
And we have the Capital Regional District. The Capital Regional District back for a third year with the theme, Never Let Anyone Dull Your Sparkle.
There's my unicorn floaty that I need, Scott.
Yes, you do need it.
Oh, they understood the assignment. There's no dulling of sparkle here.
No.
I
And
can
they-
take the parrot. You can take the
See,
unicorn.
that's smart. I want to get a ride next time. I don't want to walk the whole way.
They actually have a custom Pride logo, which was designed by an artist and CRD staff member, Samantha Titmus. And it was inspired by a local butterfly species called Edith's checker spot, which is a resilient species that has captivated researchers.
All those nice folks marching alongside the float are CRD employees and their loved ones, spreading joy with music and stickers. So make sure you get some of those if you're here live today.
And we got City of Victoria. This year they're pleased to have a Ford Lightning E-Truck powering their float. City of Victoria Pride is loud with its rainbow bunting and paper flowers, flag capes and bubbles. Lots and lots of bubbles, I'm told.
Lots of bubbles, which are blowing around in the wind right now, because there's always a little bit of a breeze here at the Victoria Inner Harbor. And following the city float, we have a decorated ladder one from the Victoria Fire Department. And
Very
if you
cool.
look up when it goes by, Chief Atkinson and Mayor Marianne Alto are riding in the aerial platform of the ladder truck. So they'll be coming up very shortly. You'll be able to see them. Now, the City of Victoria has been taking part in the Pride Parade for 10 years now.
Wow.
And there's the mayor.
There she is.
And the fire chief up at the top of the bucket.
Wow, nice view, guys. Cool.
The City of Victoria says it's important our community's welcoming and inclusive, and that we support everyone who lives here and visits here. Look at that blue sky. And you can
called it.
see the
You called it.
crowd has also increased a lot since we first started as well. Love wins. Love should always win. And I think in the world right now, we need more love, more kindness, more compassion, more empathy.
Yeah,
more,
we should take it easy on each
yeah,
other.
understand. The last few
ease
years
up a
have
bit,
been
everybody.
tough. And, you know, if somebody seems angry or reacts to you, maybe something really bad happened that day, or maybe they're having a tough time, and just give them that benefit of the doubt, or like, okay, clearly something's going on. Don't react back at them.
Everybody's fighting a battle, especially these days. In this economy, come on. No, seriously, there's more in-person conversations, like things
Yes.
like this, where we can come and meet and be like, oh, you're a human being, I'm a human being.
Because that's
not
what
so
it's
bad.
all about. I've traveled all over the world, and people are people. We all want the same things, right? Love, family, connection, community, to feel valued, to feel like we matter.
100%.
So that's universal.
And to your point, Eddie, yeah, I think the more distant we get and the more bird's eye view we get, I think the more tension it creates, where we're reading stuff online or different comments, whereas when we're one-on-one, I believe everybody wants the same thing. And
Absolutely.
again,
Yes.
we don't have to agree to be civil and to have empathy for each other.
And it's so much easier to misunderstand each other behind a screen or feel,
Yes.
you know,
Or
it's
a
these
comment.
third spaces like these. As long as you can safely participate, I highly recommend it. Get outside, folks. Go
Yes.
play outside.
Get outside. The weather's going to be great this week. Get involved in the community. Volunteer. Do something to find meaning and really see that we have a wonderful life here. We can make it better, but really, we are so lucky to live here. We live in paradise.
Very
and
blessed.
We
Yeah,
live in
definitely
an
have more
amazing
in
community.
common than
Yes.
we do that separates us, for sure. Victoria Kool-Aid Society. Many people know that name. 56 years of home, health, and connection. Kool-Aid operates 15 housing sites, including affordable housing, a community health center, a dental clinic, and 3 emergency shelters.
I've actually done a Vital People story on their dental clinic, and it's really life-changing, especially before the federal dental care came in for people who are low income. So it's helping a lot of people. Next up, we have the Island Health Authority.
Island Health welcomes diversity in all forms, including gender identity, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, and indigenous identity.
They believe that improving access to essential, high-quality healthcare services is crucial for advancing health equity for 2S LGBTQIA+ patients, clients, family, and community.
And coming up behind them is the Umbrella Society, which has been walking beside individuals in their pursuit of recovery from addiction for more than 23 years now. It's an award-winning housing provider and a certified living wage employer as well. Umbrella employs the largest and most powerful team of lived experience professionals on Vancouver Island. So that's people who have overcome addiction. They're now helping other people overcome addiction.
Fantastic
Oh, this
work.
is Hotel Zed.
Party! All
They're
right.
a queer sleepover.
We love Hotel Z. Hotel Z and Accent Inns are bringing bedroom dance party vibes, pillow fight chaos, and unapologetic queer joy to the streets of Victoria today. Welcome to the big queer sleepover, everybody.
I was staying at Accent Inns last week in Vancouver, and I didn't know that the ducks were a real thing, but they are. You do get a rubber duck.
You get the rubber duck, and the float's being pulled by their Accent Inns
We can
duck
see
van,
drag
and it
queen
actually
Lilith.
quacks. The van
Oh, it does it?
quacks.
Oh, yeah. This is the famous quacking van. You can see drag queens Vivian Vanderpuss and Woofy up there, iconic local legends. Vivian Vanderpuss was on Drag Race.
And they are
Canada.
visibly supportive, too. In the hotel, it's obvious that
Oh, yeah.
they are supportive.
Yes.
And speaking as a queer person, traveling and being in other parts of the world and other parts of the country, that visibility does matter.
Absolutely.
Because it can make you feel safe or unsure.
Absolutely.
So Pride is celebrated at hotels at 365 days a year and at Accent Inns. So people do feel that welcome and that safe.
And we got Spinco. They ride to the beat of the music. A community of riders with a positive, never-quit attitude that reaches far beyond the doors of their studios.
And a cute dog and a
And
rainbow
a cute
tutu.
dog. You can never go wrong with a cute
I'm
dog.
focused on the dog.
Fabulousness through fitness. Good job, y'all. Oh, there's famous Henrietta Dubé, local drag legend.
Look at that skirt adornment.
Oh, yeah, she made that herself, I'll have you know.
Oh,
This
my
queen is
goodness.
so talented. You can find her at the Vicious Poodle weekly, daily, practically. She lives there. We'll say that. Love you, Henny.
Looks like we have some colorful participants coming up as well on the next floats. Lots of music beating out, lots of people having fun. Oh, this is the Fairmont Empress. Shout
Our
out to the
lovely
Fairmont
hosts.
Empress. This is their
Yay.
float with employees taking part. So this year's theme is Love is in the Air, amplifying their message that everyone is welcome here in Victoria and at the Fairmont Empress Hotel. And it was actually voted #1 hotel on Vancouver Island in the TC's Reader's Choice Awards. So
A
thanks for
legacy
taking
partner.
part.
They continuously celebrate diversity and inclusion and the annual Pride Parade, and you certainly notice it during Pride Week and Pride
Yes.
Month here.
Yes, and all the desserts they brought us, the special drinks they do for Pride Month as well. Great to see that. And this is such a beautiful location. It's one of the best views in the city, so it's lovely to be here.
I don't think I've ever had such a good view of the parade.
No,
Thanks,
this
guys.
is Pacifica Housing coming up next.
Pacifica Housing believes in a future where everyone has a safe, inclusive place to call a home. As one of Vancouver Island's largest nonprofit housing providers, they offer housing and support services to communities across Greater Victoria and Nanaimo.
And here's the Royal BC Museum, which I can actually see from our broadcast booth right now.
Yes.
They're doing a little dance-a-thon. So their current exhibit at the museum is Beyond the Beat. So they're taking that to heart in their parade entry here, doing a little dance.
Oh, they're killing it. Participants of the parade are members of the Royal BC Museum Queer Employee Resource Group, as well as Royal BC Museum allies and friends. Great job, y'all. Choreo in a parade. We'd love to see it.
Yes, and we have some other dance groups also coming up. We'll be doing, including with our CHEK float, we have some dancers taking part with that. So
Yeah.
that should be fun and festive. This is BCI, the British Columbia Investment Management Corporation, which provides investment management services to BC's public sector as well as to institutional clients. So they've got everything all decorated.
Incredible crowds again this year. I know last year there were upwards of 70,000 people. We won't have the tallies until probably tomorrow, but an incredible turnout so far. And as you said, Tess, it seems to be getting busier and busier
Yes.
as the parade's going on.
People slept in a little today. There was a party
there
last
was.
night.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
guessing-
City of Langford. They are in an electric Langford Parks truck and trailer decorated with flowers and an array of flags. Welcome everyone to Langford.
And a unicorn, but it's not a unicorn floaty, sadly.
No, it is not. Langford, no surprise to many, one of the fastest growing cities in our country, and its population represents a wide range of cultural backgrounds and diverse voices.
Today they're joined by the superheroes of Victoria, along with Couch and Malahat MP Jeff Kibble.
Oh, the superheroes of Victoria are so amazing. They go and visit sick kids in hospital dressed up as their favorite superheroes, and they're just an amazing group of more than 100 people who just want to give back, make a difference. Some might have been through a hospital experience themselves as kids, others just want to do it to brighten someone's day. And I've actually been at Victoria General Hospital with them and seen the faces of the kids just light up. And not just the kids, also the staff. The doctors, nurses, carries, everyone just lights up when they walk in because, you know, there's nothing like being at a hospital. It's usually not a great feeling to be at a hospital. And then you're standing at the elevator and Batman's there and gets on the elevator with you.
They have great music, too.
They do. We also have the Unitarian Universalist community of Victoria taking part. They see diversity as a strength because they believe what matters is not who or what you believe in, but how you live your life. And a fun fact, they performed the first same-sex church wedding way back in 1974. So before I was born.
Before it was legal.
And before it was legal. It wasn't legal in Canada until 2004. So very
That's
groundbreaking.
before I graduated, like the year I graduated high school, folks, okay?
1974?
No, 2004. 2000. Well, hey, I could be a vampire.
Connections Place is a Greater Victoria, BC-based community that helps people with mental illness achieve self-reliance and use their skills and talents to get their lives back on track. It's estimated that there's more than 80,000 people living with a mental illness in the Greater Victoria area. Membership is free and for life for anyone over 19 years of age, and members can visit their community clubhouse as often as they want to get their lives back and move forward.
We are seeing another shot of that incredible rainbow flag. I wanted to talk about. That is part of the Unitarian Universalist community of Victoria. That is their 20, what is it, 20?
They made the flag 20 years ago. They're still using it, and it takes 20 people to carry it.
What? A 20 people flag?
20
That's
people
iconic.
flag, yes. Massive flag.
It's held up well, too. It looks like they even ironed it today, which, you know, a lot of people, you know, I can't say this, I'm just kidding.
That
Y'all
would be
amazing.
a big job, ironing a flag that large.
The world's biggest steamer.
Yes.
Okay.
We also have the Victoria Downtown Residents Association. They're an official community organization representing people living in Victoria's downtown neighborhood. And check out their monthly queer open stage.
There's an umbrella for you.
That is adorable because it combines cat ears and a rainbow umbrella.
What more could you want?
That's a perfect pet CHEK umbrella.
A unicorn floaty.
Okay,
But
yes. Okay,
I
Tessa, I know what I'm getting you
hold the rainbow umbrella. And it has a tail. It has a boa tail. A feather boa rainbow tail. It's perfect.
So where does the border of umbrella stop to other objects here?
We also have the Greater Victoria Animal Crusaders, but this is Big Brothers, Big Sisters coming through right now. They do amazing work offering that mentorship. It's truly life-changing for young people who get a big brother or a big sister, having that relationship, having that friend, having that role model and mentor for them. And actually, there's more than 100 kids currently waiting on the waiting list for Big Brothers and Big Sisters because of the funding it takes to train new volunteers, recruit new volunteers, and go through all of those processes and then support them. So if you're interested in being a big brother or big sister, they would love to have you. And if you're interested in making a donation, that would help. Look at this.
It's such incredibly rewarding work. One of my good friends is actually a big brother, and it's been so cool to see the positive impact it's had both on him and his littles' lives. Like, it's truly amazing, super cute. So check it out, folks.
I recently did a Vital People story on Big Brothers, and talking to, they had a very long mentorship, and he was graduating from high school this year, and he literally said his mentor changed his life, and he's now going to college. He never thought he would, and it just was so neat to see them together. And then the relationship also for the big brother, he said it changed his life as well, and they learned from each other.
And with the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Victoria, clubs across our country open their doors to all children, youth, and families, and they believe their name should reflect that, the BGC South Vancouver Island.
I also wanted to give a shout out to Breakwater Law, who you might have seen go by there. So thanks for taking part.
I hear horns. I hear horns.
Honking.
There's a lot of horns and honking in this parade.
There's an ambulance coming for sure.
And look at that beautiful rainbow heart we just saw.
Yes. Protect trans kids. Too true. Oh, is this Paws on Cook? Grandpa Streets, I see. Oh, I love Paws on Cook. They're a major sponsor of the big gay dog walk that we have. It's actually my favorite Pride event of the year. I love the parade, love the parade. But
look at the pooches. And they're handing out popsicles as well. Oh, we love Paws on Cook. Too cute. And Threshold Housing, it looks like, is right behind them as well. Another amazing nonprofit in Greater Victoria that helps youth. Look at the sandcastle.
they got a little beach party.
They got their beach part of
And we got the Zone coming in, the Zone 91.3. Their theme this year, Beach Day.
And they have a DJ Geek Out playing the music. So modern rock remixes and some Pride-friendly music. So maybe we should listen in for a minute.
Oh, let's see.
This is Passion and Performance Arts, Inc. They are Victoria's #1 dance studio for adults. So if you always wanted to dance, or if you used to dance as a kid and wished you could do it again, you can.
That's very cool.
Yeah, very inclusive, lots of fun. They have more than 40 classes of different styles and levels for folks to try, and produce multiple shows throughout the year for the community as well. I love their fans. This is the 12th year they've actually taken part in the parade.
We got BC Emergency Health Services proudly showing up for Pride, demonstrating an ongoing commitment to inclusion, diversity, and equitable care. Their Pride entries feature decorated ambulances transformed into vibrant displays of support and celebration of staff, their families, and community members.
Look at that outfit. This is Destination Greater Victoria. You can see Paul Nursey there, the CEO of Destination Greater Victoria. So they love welcoming people to Victoria. I know in the last few years, tourism has taken a little bit of a hit. It's great to see things are certainly getting back to normal, or back to normal at this point. So lots of fun there from Destination Greater Victoria.
And Victoria was named #1 small city in the world for 2 years in a row by Fancy Condé Nast Travelers Discerning Readers.
Because we are the best city in the world. This is the Commencement College Women in Trades, and look, they're building. They're not just taking part in the parade, they're constructing as they go.
Currently demonstrating their skills. They are, Commencement College is building a brighter future for gender equity in the trades, breaking down barriers for 2S LGBTQI+ and women for over a decade.
And the Commencement College Student Society also is taking part in the parade today, the Pride Collective. They have been standing up for student rights since 1990. I actually went to Commencement College. They're bringing a brighter future for gender equity in the trades and breaking down barriers for 2S LGBTQ+ people.
You know what, I almost got, I did get accepted to their communications program and then didn't do it because I was like, I could never get a job on TV.
Well, here
Guess
you
what?
are.
You have a job on TV.
Here's Unifor Loco 333 BC. They are proud to be your bus drivers who move this city. They represent workers in various industries, generally in the transportation and public sectors within the Greater Victoria area.
I like the rainbow balloon arch. They did a good job decorating their float. And more umbrellas.
Very smart on a day like this. It's actually kind of perfect weather, though.
It's perfect
this
weather.
breeze isn't too much. It's feeling like it's making everybody's costumes look even more incredible. Things are flowing.
You don't want it too hot, you don't want it too cold, and we certainly don't want rain on a parade, so it's perfect. Broadview United Church going by, and we also have the municipality of Oak Bay taking part. Lots of different Greater Victoria municipalities taking part, but do you know what I hear coming?
I think I can guess who that is.
I hear bagpipes. Here's Oak Bay United Church coming through, another one of the churches coming through to show inclusivity and that everyone is welcome at their church. And bagpipes. I'm hearing the bagpipes.
Castle carried pipes and drums, bringing the stirring sounds of Scotland to the streets of this city. Should we listen in?
I think we should. They're actually looking for people to take part in the parade next year. So if you're a bagpiper and would like to, you can reach out to castlecarrypipesandrums.ca or even join the band they have.
Very few sounds beat the bagpipes.
That looks like a lot of fun.
And we also
actually.
saw the art gallery of Greater Victoria while we were listening to some bagpipes there. And this is the district of Saanich with one of their fire trucks. Saanich Mayor, Council, and staff all proud to participate in this year's Pride Parade.
The District of Saanich aspires to make our community a place where everyone feels safe and loved. It's all about equality, respect, and freedom to be oneself.
You see there, they've got their logo on the beautiful progressive pride flag that's at that lovely chevron in the corner to honor our trans members of the community, as well as the people of color and people that we've lost during the AIDS epidemic. I like that new updated flag a lot, actually.
Yeah, and with Saanich, we also had the Saanich Firefighters Charitable Foundation. They've, with Engine 967 and volunteers, countless hours of Saanich firefighter volunteers spent in the community with the main goal of raising money to support youth in Saanich. This is Red Brick Technologies, one of the amazing tech companies in Greater Victoria. Tech is Greater Victoria's largest industry. It has been for many, many years now. There's so many tech companies, so many different tech companies, and when you think tech, you think computers, but they're doing so many different kinds of things. So huge industry here in Greater Victoria. Red Brick is one of those companies. They build software that helps digital entrepreneurs thrive, and since 2011, Red Brick's been using their own experiences as entrepreneurs to develop impactful solutions. Oh, here's CHEK. There's Chad at the Leo, and our station manager, Rob Germain, carrying the CHEK flag coming through there. And I know Paul Haysom is also taking part. CHEK News at 6 anchor Paul Haysom in the walk today. So great to see our CHEK crew with our community cruiser. And there's another unicorn just before the CHEK team. Oh,
Is that a CHEK dog?
That is.
Oh, it's Rob Germain's
That's
dog.
one of our CHEK pups. Hi. Yes.
Jackie driving the CHEK cruiser.
We have lots of pups at CHEK News. And some of them like to come to work.
They do.
They do.
And particularly Cha-Cha.
My little dog Cha-Cha loves coming on the weekend.
There's
there's
Joe
Joe Perkins, our news
boss.
director. Nice
Wait,
to see our
they
CHEK
have
crew.
umbrellas.
I know. Why didn't I get an umbrella?
I
That
don't
was
know.
our HR manager, Jen Spencer, with the umbrella. So, Jen, where's my umbrella?
She kept them from you.
I think so. And we're also coming with Victoria on Stage as part of our CHEK float. We have the Victoria on Stage dancers. So great to see. There's 20 members dancing in our parade entry today. So why don't we listen in to them as they dance? Awesome.
Beautiful
Great
choreo.
performance.
They're dancing to the song Come Alive from the Greatest Showman soundtrack, which is it's a song about being your true self and encouraging others to come along and join you on a journey to break free from the limitations of the world we live. Huh, seems like a theme today.
It does.
Just a little bit.
BC Transit recognized as a top employer from 2021 to 2025. BC Transit passionate about people and creating sustainable, safe, and affordable public transit solutions to the people across our province.
And I think we have more drinks standing
I
by
will take-
from the Fairmont Empress. Scott looks like he might need another one.
I'll take a refill. Why not?
Oh, thank you very kindly. I haven't tried any of the cake. I'm passing this
Here we
down.
go.
I'm
We're
passing
gonna
it down to
pass
make
this
your
down.
life easier.
Thank you kindly.
Passing it
Yeah,
down.
big
so
shout out to the
Tess will
Fairmont
be,
Empress.
Tess is two-fisting at this point.
Cheers.
There we go.
Cheers. Thanks for making the drink
Cheers.
match my outfit.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you to the Empress. Thank you to the Q Lounge.
It's bad luck not to take a sip.
Oh, it's
Yes, if
jeez
you
Louise.
cheers.
All right, but then
All
I
right,
end up getting
back
all
to
over
the
my
parade. We're supposed to be
face.
doing a job here. Here comes UVic, another one of the UVic floats. There's several different UVic entries in the parade this year. So
Have you tried the cake
I
yet?
believe are QP 917 UVic outside workers, Universities Victoria. They are a nonprofit union made up of 800 diverse members, and they're here to show their pride.
We love a union. They stand committed to championing their rights and well-being of all members, regardless of sexual orientation, gender identity, or expression.
My buddy Ryan's in there somewhere.
And this looks like the Victoria Labour Council coming up next in the parade. It's the local organization of the Canadian Labour Council, but at the city level. It represents 3.2 million unionized workers across Canada. It was founded more than 100 years ago and is one of the oldest labour organizations in BC. Believe it or not.
You better have a sip because the Empress just took your other drink away.
They
just took it away. If you're not going to use it, you lose it. That's the rule.
Well, I'm talking. Oh, I hear some more music coming.
A little Madonna.
Queerly beloved. I love all the puns I'm seeing today.
Yes. Yeah, great to see the creativity, and just really love is the word that is the word of the day today.
Agreed.
I'm just going to have some cake.
You're just going to have some cake? You're going to take a snack break in the middle of the parade broadcast.
It's so good.
Oh, look, ferry workers, of course, in a ferry float coming up next. So look at doing a little bit of dance there as well. So this is the BC Ferry and Marine Workers Union coming on by now. Of course, ferry is so important for us on Vancouver Island and the Gulf Islands.
Thank you for your service, folks.
And it's neat to see the more colorful floats and the actual floats where it's a ferry, it's a truck, it's something interesting to see. This is the Hospital Employees Union, and he's revving up the crowd with the drum there. It's actually one of the largest and most diverse unions in BC with more than 85,000 members in 550 bargaining units, believe it or not, in both the public and private sector. And the BCGU stands committed to championing the rights and well-being of all their members, regardless of sexual orientation, gender identity, or expression.
We need these protections so much in professional environments these days. Thanks, folks. We love you.
Because really, it is a sad reality that a lot of people still face discrimination.
100%
in the workforce.
Yeah.
Familiar Our Place Society, grown from a unique inner-city community center to multiple locations serving Greater Victoria's most vulnerable, including people struggling with homelessness, mental health challenges, and substance use issues, the working poor, and LGBTQ+, and impoverished elderly.
Our place provides more than 1,400 meals every single day, and they have more than 500 units of housing, plus the traditional shelter spaces, hot showers, education, and really importantly, like job skills, healthcare, and addiction recovery services, because the housing problem, the homelessness problem, isn't just a homelessness problem. It's the core issues of addiction, of mental illness that need support to be able to have a brighter future.
Yeah, a real multimodal approach what they do. They provide a sense of hope and belonging to neighbors in need.
We talked about learning something new all the time. Yeah, it is Pride every day for some of us, but also when you take this moment to acknowledge Pride, you've got the Island Circus space. I'd never heard of it.
Oh, they are incredible.
I love it too.
Yes, talented folks. Talented folks. There are classes there in aerial skills, acro, trapeze, strength training, so much there. It's a very, very cool school.
That's awesome.
It is hard too. I'm just going to say, when Cirque du Soleil was here, I got to try the trapeze, and circus is hard. If you're an athlete.
Very strong, very cool people involved in this. My little cousin actually has been doing this for years. They had to create new levels because she was just like surpassing all of them. Yeah. Hey, Brio.
That's so neat. And it's really open to anyone. So all ages, there's different courses you can take, and you can go to circus school.
But you have to be talented. Like, I can't go to this.
You can learn talent.
No, you need talent. I think you have to have some baseline.
You'd have to have some flexibility.
You say it's open to everyone, but if you have no talent, I wouldn't bother.
You can get up on a little trapeze just for a second, Scott. Come on.
No, I don't have any talent.
Can you do a cartwheel?
What about the stilts?
No, I can't do any of this. Are you kidding? That's why I'm sitting here.
I bet I could lift you like that.
I can eat the cake.
I think we should do that at the end of the broadcast.
I agree. Okay, it's on. Don't try me.
Okay, our friends at CBC also have an entry in today's Victoria Pride Parade. We love you on their little golf cart vehicle coming through. That's from Fish Hair Salon, celebrating diversity and individuality. They've been proudly doing it since 1998. They're a downtown business here in Greater Victoria, embracing the belief that hair knows no gender.
CBC Victoria, proud to be part of a community that celebrates diverse communities. CBC is the public broadcaster and values broadcasting and sharing stories of all Canadians.
They put out some great documentaries and narrative films, sitcoms. Check them out. I actually was featured in a documentary called Canada's a Drag with them.
Yes.
I want to say 2018, years ago now. But
And it's great. I watched it. Really interesting.
oh, thanks.
Here's the Victoria Chamber of Commerce, of course, representing all the amazing local businesses we have in Greater Victoria. And the business community certainly has been challenged here the last few years in Victoria. So the Chamber stands up for member businesses, and they have mixers, networking, because networking is so important. There's so many businesses that sort of through that networking find ways they can work together, help each other, and do great things here in the community. And our local businesses are so important. So please shop local, please support local. Oh, men in kilts. So we have some more kilts coming through. This is always a fun entry in the Victoria Pride Parade. The lads in plaid. The kilts are not a uniform for them, apparently. It's a badge of pride. And so when you spot the tartan, you know your home will be held to a high standard. They are a tough to tackle cleaning team, apparently. You can hear
Annex
the cheers
Fitness,
go
Annex
by.
Fitness coming up.
Yes, that's the cheering. I think they're revving up the crowd. They've got their float, their pom-poms.
Look at those
their
healthy
flags.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Healthy and athletic, energetic folks.
Give me a moment. I'm just going to have another piece of cake.
Look, they're exercising right now. Hey, as Vivian Vanderpuss says, you get 30% of your daily exercise by watching other people exercise. So you're welcome,
They were
everybody.
Does it
voted the
count?
#1 fitness center in Victoria 4 years running. Locally owned, small business located in the downtown core.
So, Scott, do you want to put down your cake and go jump on the bike? And
No, I'm going to have another piece. Thanks for reminding me. It is really good.
Did you want a
Like,
macaroni?
really good.
Well, it's the Empress. What do you expect? Their desserts are amazing. I actually was lucky enough to have afternoon tea here this week with a really
nice.
good friend of mine at the top
Like
tier.
high tea?
High tea.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
the Empress high tea. It's an event. It's not just a meal. It's an event.
So like
you have
cucumber
your
sandwiches,
savories,
or
yes, and your homemade scones. There's actually a man who works at the Empress. All his job is just to make the scones every day.
Oh, really?
They're delicious.
then you say scones, eh?
Scones,
Not
scone. I don't know.
scones?
That's how. Is it scones?
I don't know.
Scones.
It's a debate that we could fight
I'm
about.
sure we'll get emails.
If we're going to find division in this world, that's what it can be.
Yes.
Scones versus scones.
I'm gonna
This is the kind of discourse
Yes.
I'm interested
Yes,
It's
in.
me too.
important. I'm going to be inclusive, though, and use both terms. So everyone can be mad at me. Showroom cars. Oh, yes, this is the car sharing. Coming through, and look at the eyelashes on this beauty, and she's got some lipstick on as well.
Oh, she's a lady.
Very cute car coming through.
See,
there.
drags for everybody, folks. Human, vehicular,
Right.
animal. I've seen some dogs in some fabulous outfits today.
Yes, always fun to see the pooches. I'm glad the weather wasn't too warm that the dogs couldn't take part.
100%.
So perfect conditions for dogs out for a nice little Pride Parade walk.
I saw your note warning people to leave them at home if it was too spicy on the streets.
yes,
That's really, really
yeah. 'Cause
very good.
we don't really think about that, right? And we're all in shoes often, so even going out on the deck, you'll walk out and you're fine, but then if you touch it and feel it, it can be really hot on their little paws. So
Yeah.
always check that. Not right now where the temperature is, only around 20 degrees at this point, but on hot days for sure.
The
Here's
district
the district
of
of Oak
Oak
Bay.
Bay?
Yes.
It's always nice when you say it twice.
I lived in Oak Bay for many years.
Then you can fill us in.
Yeah, district staff taking part, as well as the mayor and councillors coming through, and their Oak Bay fire truck too. Engine number 1 rolling on through. Oak Bay's taken part for several years now, and they said it's important for them to do that to promote diversity and inclusion. Although I have to say, their shirts are not very colorful.
They're the classy neighborhood, right?
Yeah. And we have more staff on board the fire truck coming on through for engine number 1 there.
Everybody goes wild for a fire truck.
Yes, although
We
it's
love
not
They do have a heck of a
running the
presence.
siren.
Yeah. Is it because of the calendars they put out? What is it? I mean, it's pretty cool. Okay.
It's great to see so many different groups taking part in the parade and so many different people watching the parade as well. Got a real diverse selection today and lots of fun, lots of different floats. I see some orcas coming up ahead as well.
Truly something for everybody here today.
This is Fair Vote Canada BC taking part in Victoria's Pride Parade. They've got their colorful Pride t-shirts on and some Pride flags.
You know, I think I've only heard Pink Pony Club once.
Oh, really? Oh, I've heard it more than once.
You're definitely straight then, Scott.
No,
he's not.
Just kidding.
I meant in the crowd today,
Oh,
in the
today.
parade.
I thought you went in your
No,
lifetime.
I just
I'm like,
heard it in the
what?
distance, and I'm like, I thought every float
But-
would be playing it.
Yes.
And only
Yeah, I was like,
I thought you meant
how
in your
is that
life.
possible? You've
no,
been
just
to
now. I was late to the song. I
Okay.
was
Late-
late to the
late
song.
to
I
the
admit
party.
that. Very late to the party. But today, I thought every float going by would pretty much be playing
Playing the
it.
same. No, there's lots of
But
diversity
I
in the
just
song
heard it
choice
now,
as
and I was
well.
like, I think that's the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean,
Noted.
it is
Noted.
one of the top Pride bangers for sure. For
yeah.
sure.
Did you
Yes.
not think you'd hear it more?
I mean, there's been some good ones that came out recently. Kesha is having a renaissance lately. I
That's
gotta
true.
say,
That's true.
I'm loving Joyride. Attention, I've been playing that on repeat. So happy to see she's got her career back on track.
Has Pink Pony Club jumped the shark then?
I mean, it was a little last
To
year.
date
I
myself
love
with a term.
Chaperone. I love her, but yeah, that was a
Yes,
bit last
I do
year.
love her.
You know.
But-
Speaking of sharks, it's now time for breaching news, and we have whales coming up ahead with the BC Green Party. So they've got their blow-up whales as the Green Party of Canada
So I got,
marches on
speaking
through.
again of arguments and tensions in the world, I
Yes.
had mentioned orcas
Yes.
and whales, and someone said, well, they're not whales, they're dolphins.
They are dolphin. Technically, they're a dolphin species, but they are called the transients. They are killer whales.
Well, I
but
refuse
they're
to believe
a
that.
species of dolphin.
I'm going with
Technically.
whales, orca whales. Orcas,
Technically.
killer whales.
They're orcas or killer whales.
What do you hear in the background?
Is it pink?
Is this Pink?
Pink Pony Club?
It
I
is.
can't-
Oh.
That's twice now.
Okay,
so
twice.
We're
Okay, okay.
well over an hour now into this, and
Yes.
I've only
Okay.
heard it twice.
Okay. Okay.
Unless I've missed it, but
This is the BC NDP. They always have these colorful orange umbrellas, which are great on hot days. There's Lana Popham, the MLA for Saanich South, going through. Also BC's Agriculture Minister, doing lots of work on that portfolio with all of the tariff issues.
they're busy.
They're busy, yes,
I
and
hope
it's
so,
it's
anyway.
great to see so many people buying BC, buying Canadian. A friend of mine told me they bought a lemon and the sign said South Africa, so they bought it, and then when they got home, it had a U.S. sticker on it, so they took it back.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
And
these
there's
days.
a Liberal Party of Canada, which obviously made an impact here in the last election, breaking through what has been dominantly an NDP territory for many, many years. The Liberals breaking through in a couple of ridings for the first time in a long time.
Which is interesting because David Anderson held
Yes,
the Victoria
yes.
seat for many, many years.
Keith
and
Martin,
was
Dr. Keith
yes.
Martin was Liberal before
Both were cabinet
he was a
ministers.
turncoat. I think he switched over to Reform, I think, at one point. But, yeah, it was Liberal. You're right. Mr. Anderson was there for a long time. But it had been years since we'd seen any kind of Liberal sign anywhere.
Here's a BC government van coming through, Mobile Service BC. So that's a way to bring services to the community because not everyone has a government office where they are. And we have some more dancing coming behind and honking, lots of honking. I like the tiara, very cute.
I love everybody's different. This is one of my favorite parts, seeing everybody's different takes on Pride. What makes you feel fabulous? See, there's another unicorn, Tess. Holy moly. Okay.
A unicorn blow-up suit. This is the BC Public Service, of course, a huge employer here in Victoria and right across the province as well.
We love our
Love is
BC
love.
public servants. We had an incredible mingler at the Vicious Poodle recently, actually. And it was a really fun night. It was really, really fun to see people that, don't normally come out to drag shows or to the bar out and about for happy hour.
How often are you performing now?
Ooh, I perform about Well, I did 16 shows in June, but
Oh,
this is
is
a bit
that
of my
all?
hot season.
Wow,
so
that's incredible.
That is
the
busy.
average weekly if we're going to go, like,
We got to mention our Coast
Yes,
Guard,
this is
of course.
the Coast Guard
Yes,
with
Coast
the
Guard.
Sir Wilfrid Laurier float that featured in a lot of parades in Victoria. Always so fun because it's a great float. One of the, of course, Coast Guard ships, the Sir Wilfrid Laurier. This is a smaller version, and I don't think it's seaworthy, but I could be wrong.
The Canadian Coast Guard, dedicated to fostering diversity, inclusion, and support for the LGBTQ2+ communities, both within their organization and the communities they serve. They actively celebrate and support equality for all identities and expressions.
Blasting
They're
Poker
blasting
Face by
the music.
Gaga. Yes.
Let's listen in.
Mother Monster.
All right. That was fun. They
Yes.
did an amazing job decorating.
And they do an amazing job day in and day out,
Yes.
and we appreciate the service you provide for our waters and keeping us safe.
Saving lives and hard on the crews who are out at sea for a while at times too.
No kidding.
Hard on
Fun to
families.
see people with such a serious job letting loose like this, you know? See, practically for
Work
everybody.
hard, play hard.
Yeah.
Victoria Police there, Vic PD.
With the iconic Gordy Dodd. Gordy
We
Dodd.
love Gordy Dodd. Oh, the iconic. Yes, love
He
those
is
commercials.
iconic. He has had his commercials, I think, on CHEK the longest of anyone.
Yeah.
We've been doing for, I think it's 30 years now. We've been doing his creative, crazy Gordy Dodd commercials.
I dig him. I'd consider him drag adjacent.
And a shout out to Vic PD and police forces who have been working with Pride and Pride societies. It's been a complicated relationship for decades, and the work continues to happen there. So great to see them a part of the 2025 Pride Parade.
And this is Party Fit doing a little dance. So they have music. Why don't we listen in because they've got some music
This
going.
looks good. Yeah, let's go.
Looks like a routine.
It's like a bit switched around. Are we just missing?
No,
Okay.
it's
I'm
they're
sorry.
So Scott, did you want to go join them?
Yes, that's more my speed than the circus, I think. Coming up, West Shore Affirming Churches, Tess had mentioned, lots of churches part of Pride. The Anglican Church of the Advent from Colwood and the Gordon United Church from Langford are marching together this year as the West Shore Affirming Churches. Their marchers are members of the 2S LGBTQIA plus communities as well as allies, and they want you to know that you are loved and celebrated just as God made you. Don't ever change.
Beautiful. I love that.
That's great to see.
Yeah. Very important message.
Yes, I think that's for a message for everyone. Everyone should feel like they're loved and valued.
It is. It's a strong reminder, wherever you belong or wherever your journey is taking you, that we are our neighbors, we're part of the same communities, and that we should lean heavily into empathy.
Absolutely. It's so cool to see this, like so many different people, like the range of intersections of identity here is immense. And as long as you show up and treat others with respect, you know, it's all good. I love it.
Here at Animal Hospital is coming through, VCA Animal Hospitals. They're vet hospitals here on the island and across the country. So no matter where you are, they have help for your pets. They do the emergency hospitals as well. And they love animals just like we do.
Angels and icons, these people truly, they are there 24/7 for you and your pets. I've definitely had them get me out of some situations with my own babies. And as somebody with a previous veterinary career, I can say that it is not easy work, folks. So these
No.
guys really deserve to let loose today and have a good time.
What was your favorite part about being a vet tech?
Oh, the puppy exams. Oh, yes.
When the brand new
Oh,
puppies
the
would
brand
come
new
in.
puppy smell with the little corn chip feet. Oh, yeah, I love it.
ICBC recognizing the importance of safety as they move with Pride, wishing everyone a happy and safe Pride.
We have some nice, colorful rainbow fans going. And umbrellas.
Happy people. Oh, cute.
You're not going to
Yeah.
let the umbrella thing go. I can
No,
feel it. I
no,
can feel it in your heart.
umbrellas. Yeah.
We'll get you one before the
You want
day
me
is
to run
over.
out there right now? Go
Just
grab
grab
that
it from-
I look official with my headset right now. I'll be like,
You
excuse
look
me, I
very
need this. It's
official.
very important.
You
I'll be
kind
like,
of look like a rock star. Like,
Well, I think
dog
it
show
needs to
host,
rock
commentator, right? I dread that for
Marcus
you.
in the genie lift has an umbrella.
Oh,
He's-
no.
yeah, I
So
know.
he even has an umbrella.
It's not a rainbow umbrella.
Okay.
Oh, look at this.
Ooh.
Amazing outfit there.
Beautiful trans flag color outfit. That is gorgeous.
Yes. And speaking of Marcus, just another shout out to Sunbelt Rentals and Totem Towing for our eye in the sky camera there. There's Marcus giving it a wave. I think Marcus has the best view out
for
of
sure.
anybody.
Hi.
And the Empress.
Yes. Hard to beat the
Once
Empress.
again, incredible host.
The best.
Great location for us and to be able to broadcast, but also to be able to bring this broadcast to everyone on Vancouver Island from such an incredible viewpoint. All the hospitality here all year round from the Empress. So thank you so much.
And it's a great spot because you see the parade going by the BC Legislature, by the Empress, by the Inner Harbor. It's really an iconic area to be.
As we're going through our notes.
Going frantically,
But
going
at least
through
I
our
wasn't eating
binder.
cake.
Oh, there's another fire truck going on by right now. Lots of colorful umbrellas coming on by as well. And we're just so honored at CHEK to be able to broadcast the Pride Parade for you. That's something that's been really important for us. We are so committed to community, giving back to our community. We all live in the community we work in, not just in
you
Victoria,
guys,
but
here comes
across the
365
island.
Pro Wrestling. We love that.
Oh, there you
365
go.
Pro Wrestling runs live events up and down the island, including every 2 weeks at the First Met Church in Victoria. You can find more about them at 365prowrestling.com.
So popular.
They are super cool. Oh my gosh, I see my bestie up there. It is Essential production crew member, camera girl Lacey Larchwood in the blue. Love her. We got PG Mike in the crowd too. Eddie Osborne, the man behind it all. Hey folks, if you ever wanted to find out how real or fake wrestling is, I'll have you know they also offer a pro wrestling school, so definitely check them out at 365prowrestling.com. They got classes for
So
all
many
types
things
of
to do
abilities.
after this
Oh,
parade.
yeah, everybody's
We got to
getting
sign
fit.
up for circus.
Yep.
We got to do wrestling.
Yep, you and me, buddy. Let's turn over a
Bagpipes.
new leaf after this, eh? Are you inspired?
Lots of fun here in the Victoria Inner Harbor. And Scott has to wear off all the cake he's eating today, so
I know.
you might want to get
I know.
wrestling.
I need the
go.
circus training.
This is the Parkside Victoria Hotel coming on through, one of our wonderful downtown Victoria hotels. So staff taking part in the parade today, and Schneider Electric rolling on through. They've decorated their truck with lots of rainbows and lots of different adornments and balloons. And lots of the people taking part in the parade are handing things out to the crowd as well. I know our CHEK team are handing out our CHEK Heart Love stickers, and people are handing out candy and treats. Lots of fun. More tutus!
Oh, and the wings. Oh, so cute.
And it's really hard to really get across on television how many people are here.
Yes.
Like we see snapshots of it. We've got a great camera shot, obviously, from the crane, but there are tens of thousands of people here right now.
This is the Victoria Bar Association taking part today in Pride. Lawyers with Pride marching and walking and strutting proudly. And then behind them is Lure Victoria Restaurant at the Delta Hotel. Happy Pride from Lure Restaurant and Bar. Have you eaten there? It's delicious.
Yeah, and terrific views.
Yes,
it's like,
great views of the harbor.
Just a great spot right there in the Inner Harbor.
And look how colorful they are. I love their, what would you call those? Are those wings?
No, they're actually dressed all in these long balloons, wearing different colors of the rainbow, designed to look like fishing lures. Pun intended.
Oh, there you go.
Actually, a pretty good illusion.
There we go.
Very
When
creative.
you know what it's really cool.
Yeah.
I love how walkable Lure is too, just being right on the Songhees and being able to walk from downtown or in from Vic West or Esquimalt.
And it's a beautiful walk along the water there as well. You can walk.
Right now, they're actually
Esquimalt to
offering
downtown.
a feature cocktail called It's Giving Cosmo. So $1 of each drink sold is donated to the Victoria Pride Society.
So why don't you
that's
pop
great.
on in for happy hour before hitting up the
Well, that's
festival
very
today,
cool.
folks. Yeah.
And shout out to the Victoria Pride Society for hosting the parade every year, for organizing Pride Week, organizing the parade. It's a tremendous amount of work.
Huge undertaking. It's incredible. It is entirely volunteer run and staffed folks. Like, no joke.
That
These
is
people
amazing.
are amazing.
That is
amazing.
so
I know
great.
quite a few people involved, and it is not an easy feat. If you see a Victoria Pride Society staff member volunteer, give them
Your
some
drink.
praise today. Give them your drink. Yes. Give them a fist bump. Give them a hug if that's consensual. You know, just show your appreciation, because we'd be nothing without, you know, this incredible group of volunteers. It takes a gay village, folks.
This is WorkSafe BC coming on through, but we just had a CHEK viewer give us some stuffies.
The panda. He says, he's like, I know you don't like them.
Scott was wearing a panda shirt yesterday in the newsroom.
I do like pandas. I just think they get overplayed in the news. That's all. I just think we rely on them too heavily.
Why did I get a monkey?
He literally passed us over and goes, give Tess the monkey. And he goes, this is for you. I know you don't like pandas. And I'm like, no. I
like my
like
little
them
monkey.
as an animal. I just find that the news tends to lean
It's
on.
because of all the funny panda videos.
There's just too much panda
They're
in
just
the news.
oversaturated. Too much
over all
panda
the time,
content.
of falling out of
Yeah,
trees.
you're over it.
Adorable.
Thank you very
The
much for
toddlers
taking the
of the
time
animal
to
kingdom.
Does this
stop
mean I'm a
and
monkey?
give us. I don't know what the storyline is. We'll have to
I'm
get
up to
more on
trouble?
that.
I got
Probably.
nothing, so I don't know what
I
that
know,
means.
I know. Next year you will, for
That's
sure.
fine.
Yes.
For sure.
We'll get you a stuffy. We want you to feel included.
It's cool.
And to your point with the Pride Society, I know, Eddie, you'd be closer to some of the folks there that work through that it's every day, it's all the time. There's a ton of work, and there's a huge, it's not just about the parade, it's not just drag ball, which are all important. There's all these other elements that go into it.
Oh yeah, these folks are fundraising year round. They are having meetings. It takes so much planning, so much planning, and actual physical labor. They started setting up that festival grounds a couple days ago.
So we just had Stevenson, Lucci's, and Lee Law go by, and then coming up next, we have
Canadian
Canadian
Superstore.
and it looks like they have a princess with them.
The Real Canadian Superstore in Langford, excited to promote a safe and inclusive place to work. There are 5 island locations: Langford, Duncan, Nanaimo, Courtenay, and the great Campbell River.
One of my favorite dresses that I wear on air in summer a lot, I actually got at the Superstore in Campbell River. My son was at a baseball tournament.
Oh, I love that part of the island.
Now, we always end the parade with
Look
the
at
Victoria
this.
Pride
Look at
Society
that.
Festival float, but look at that sea of people. It's an absolute sea of people filling the streets, filling the sidewalks.
It's my favorite part of the parade, even as a spectator coming down to watch, to be able to join the parade and finish the route to McDonald Park for the final stage of Pride Week here in Victoria.
Wow, look at all of
Look
those
at that
people.
sea
So
of
neat to
people.
see. Yeah. So seeing all of these people, how does that make you feel to see all of this support, all of this inclusiveness?
Y'all, I want to cry. It is so incredible to see this turnout, all these happy, smiling faces, so many people I know, so many people I don't know yet. I am so heartened right now. I feel so supported, so happy to live in Victoria. Look at this.
How does it make you feel, Scott? Because you pushed for us to broadcast the parade. You're the reason we started doing it years ago.
It's on Eddie's point, there's we've talked about it throughout this broadcast, the amount of tension out there. There's a lot of dark feelings out there for whether it's economically, social, whether it's our country, what's happening in the world, and then you take a moment like this, and again, I don't care, we don't all have to agree on everything, but you see a moment like this, these are our neighbors, this is our community coming together to express love and joy and togetherness and participating to support maybe some things you don't even understand, and again, that's okay. As a member of the queer community myself, I don't understand everything, and I don't pretend to. But I live, learn, and grow, and together I think we're better off than being separate and being at our keyboards punching away at negative comments or thinking that we know better. A little bit of humility and empathy will go a long way.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's so true. And for you, as a member of the community, can you talk a little bit about what you faced in your life? And what it's been like for you?
As Eddie and as anybody, I can't speak for everyone in the LGBTQ plus and two-spirited communities. I know it was, for me, it was really hard. It was, especially career-wise, it was challenging. But for those out there who think that maybe there isn't a place for you, there is. And I think that that's what Pride represents, that there are safe spots. And it doesn't have to be everyone. It can just be one, two, and you begin your journey and you realize that there are safe places out there for you. And when in doubt, know that it does get better. I know it's cliche. But it does. It doesn't mean there aren't tough times, as it would be for anyone. I don't care who you are.
No.
Life is hard.
Life is hard. We all have things we have to overcome, hurdles we face, challenges.
But
setbacks.
we have each other. And I believe that neighbors, when they meet neighbors, no matter what, find common ground. And empathy is what we lack. And the world lacks empathy. And I think it's all within us. And I think it's actually very natural. I don't think it's something that we have to manifest.
Empathy is what brings us together.
Absolutely.
In compassion, in community. So let's make it our goal to be better at all of those things. And Pride is all about celebrating community and inclusion and empathy. And this was a very fun parade. It was obviously the roots in protest, but it was a day of celebration, a day of love. Love is love. And we love Marcus up in our Eye in the Sky camera. Like that transition? There he is. He just wanted to be on TV again. So there's Marcus giving a wave. So thanks to Sunbelt Rentals and Totem Towing for our Eye in the Sky, which is always a wonderful feature of our parades. And of course, a huge thanks to our friends at the Empress for our lovely, lovely special Pride treats and drinks. And Scott is now on his third piece of cake.
That's right, that third piece of cake.
Third piece of cake. I'm saving my macaroons for later.
And I do appreciate not only Fairmont for giving the opportunity for us to broadcast here, which is a great location, and to be able to bring this broadcast to you in such a great manner, but also for their year-round support of the 2S LGBTQ plus communities. It truly is noticeable. So thank you for all your effort and work that you do.
Thank you to our amazing CHEK team as well. Lots of people behind the scenes making this parade possible. Our creative services manager Lindsay Nielsen, as well as our director. Can I talk? I've had too many of these, I think. Nikki Haysom, and our crew here, our cameraman Johnny Marcolin, Marcus up in the Eye in the Sky, Colin, all of the team here, our engineers. We appreciate everything, and all of our staff taking part, walking in the parade today to show their support as well. CHEK is all about community. We love all of you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tess Van Stratton here with my fabulous co-hosts Scott Fee and Eddie Licious. Happy Pride. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank
Terrific
you so
job.
much.
Terrific.
Thanks for having me. Happy Pride, everybody. Let's party. Woo!